Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees. Today I'm going to Homestead, Florida, which is in the Redlands. It's about 2 hours, hour and a half south of where I live. And I'm going to a farm down there called Jamy Farm. And I've been there before. I'll put a link below to the last time I was there. And we are in lychee season right now. And they have a bunch of lychee trees and a bunch of old mango trees. This is a cool farm. We're going to check it out now. The owner doesn't like to be on camera, so he's going to hang out behind the camera with me and show me around the farm. I'm so excited to go back to this place. I was so impressed with this place. I'm going back again. And it's not that close to my house, but I'm going because I want to make sure you, the viewers, get to see this place. Put your comments, questions below. I'm going to put their contact information below. If you're looking to order fruit in the mail, mangoes, lychees. Right now they're in lychee season, depending on when you're watching this. They have delicious lychees and other fruit. Definitely got some great deals, so check out their website. And here it is right now. This is Jamy Farm in Homestead, Florida. Check it out. Okay, everybody, here we are at Jamy Mango in Homestead, Florida. It's a return visit. It's lychee season. This is Alexandra, the daughter here. She's going to show us around the property. And then Stuart's going to talk to us in the background and show us. And we're going to look around this farm today. How big is the farm here?
So this is 2.2 acres. And then right next door is my mother-in-law's place, and she has 3 acres, and that's where the lychee is at. And then we also have another place right down the street that's 10 acres.
Okay, wow. Yeah, I was there last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that coming along?
It is coming along. It's coming along. I've been really busy, or we've all been really busy and everything, trying to establish all the trees over there and everything. And so it's coming along. It's coming along.
Very good.
Yes.
All right, show us around the farm here. This is a lychee farm, but you have a ton of old mango trees as well. So we're going to look and see what is happening here. And everybody, I'm going to focus on the trees right now. Stuart wants to stay in the background. And so tell us what these trees are right here we're looking at.
So these are Tommy Atkins, commercial grade. Every year they produce a large amount. This year, it's been very slow. We've my wife and I, we've looked at reports or watched reports about how the mango production has been decreased because of different reasons and everything. But we've been affected, not too much, but more on the smaller trees. Right now, we're on our second stage for selling mangoes, where our first stage is baby mango. Now you can see right there, it's more at the size of green mango, and then from there, we're if they get into the final stage, then we'll sell them. As
who buys baby mangoes? Like, I know green mangoes, but who buys baby mangoes?
I would say the Asian community does.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So, and how old are these trees?
50 plus years old.
Wow, 50 plus years.
So after this season, after harvesting and everything, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start topping them. And so, get them back on track. And, like I said, my wife and I were looking into doing some top work, little by little, and grafting, and start changing them up, since we have so many Tommy Atkins commercial.
So you're going to put some other varieties on here?
Yes,
maybe?
yes.
Oh, nice. Very nice. All right. And we're just at the beginning of lychee season now, right?
Yes. Tomorrow, tomorrow we're going to be having one of the biggest harvesting days.
Oh, nice. All right, you want to show us your other trees here? I see a whole bunch of this area here is shaded. So tell us about these trees here. Wow.
So all the larger ones are going to be Tommy Atkins. There are 87 Tommy Atkins on this property, and it came with the property.
Wow.
And then we just added you know, some trees here and there. That's a Mokrosi right there in front. In the
Oh, okay, Munkansi right there.
and didn't produce. It just flushed.
How big was it when you bought it?
Oh, in a 1 gallon, maybe about.
Oh, wow. So how long has it been in the ground?
It's been in the ground for about 3 years now. 2.5, 3 years.
Wow, it's looking nice. Next year it'll produce.
Yes, definitely. And then we have some carambola, some cherry down there that we planted also about 4 years ago. But majority of the larger trees are going to be Tommy Atkins, and then over to our left, then once we get into the grove itself, to the left is going to be our younger premium select mangoes.
Now, this area here is empty. Is this a drain field?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It
All
came
right.
with the property.
Sure, sure. So you don't want to plant in a drain field, everyone. You want a well here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now it's sunny outside, and this is a dark forest area.
Yes. The canopies are very thick right now.
Yeah.
So either one or two things happened here, or both. One possibility is you let the trees grow too high, or the other possibility is they planted too close. But it doesn't look like they planted too close.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like the trees got so big that it doesn't matter how far apart you plant, when they get big, this is going to happen.
Correct. Yes. It's been about 4 years since we went ahead and pruned these trees or topped them. Tommy Atkins are very vigorous. And so you can actually see the cuts on where they topped them. We hired a large machine and everything, or a company that had a large machine with those blades, and they just went ahead and just, you know.
Now, even though you don't
them.
use a well here, on these trees, they still grow like this, right?
Yes. Yeah, the roots are so deep embedded that they're tapped into, you know, to the natural source, I would say.
Wow. Now, I know one of these trees here, or two of them, were seedlings, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have numerous seedlings.
Did any mangoes come out on the seedlings this year?
I'm sorry, say that,
Did
Dad?
mangoes come out on the seedlings this year?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
but majority of the time they don't. Just because we try to harvest as much as we can, and you know, things like that. But over there, you can see our younger trees.
Those are the newer trees?
Yes.
You want to go take a look at those, or you want to
Sure.
go this way? You show us around. Which way do you want to go?
Yeah, would you?
Okay. Now, this is I mean, besides the lack of sunlight for growing, this is a beautiful way to keep your yard shaded. It's nice and cool in here.
Yes, yes. And it does help out with keeping the mangoes a very bright green in the shade. So that when we sell or we harvest them with baby or green mango, then they look very, very nice.
All right. So when you say these are your newer trees here, so how old are these trees that you put in here?
So they're at different times. So we started with the middle row. The middle row is going to be Kent and Kit. And then right here in front of us are Malika. This is the first time within 4 years, I would say, that it actually produced. Then we have Irwin. Over here we have, let's see what it is. Oh, this one is triple sec.
All right. So how old are these trees here?
At around, like the smaller ones on the outside,
Yeah.
they can tend to be either 2 years to 4 years.
All right. So I got a good question for you. So you got all of these Tommy old trees. The 3 old trees or 4 old trees people used to plant with the Tommy, the Kent, and the Kits.
Yes.
Now there's a whole bunch of New Zealand varieties out that are in high demand. What made you plant Kit and Kents when those are like called old school mangoes a couple of years ago? Were you trying to compete with the older ones, or were you not know about the newer ones yet, or what?
we didn't know about the newer ones yet.
Great. Okay. Now, if you had known about them, would you have used this space for Kenton kits, or you probably would have did one of the Zill's new varieties, or you're fine with what you did, or what?
No, we're fine with it. We're fine because the kits and the tents, you know, they do pretty well. And then once we learn more into the Zell varieties and the newer ones, then from there, that's when we noticed where the market was going. You know, as far as taste and you know, production and everything.
Okay.
You know, have a different variety of things.
Okay. Looking nice. All right.
A lot of them didn't produce this year. Last year was excellent in production with pretty much all of them, with exception to Malacca and I want to say our Julies.
Julie's didn't produce, you said, or they did?
They did not. They did not.
They don't do well out here. So these are all Kit and Kents?
In the middle.
In the middle.
Yes. But on the outsides, then there's going to be a different variety of the newer cultivars.
Okay, so what do you got here?
Here we have Fallon.
Okay.
Flan?
Yeah, Fallon.
Falan.
Mm-hmm.
And then back there you have a whole bunch of new ones from Zills, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Karen Michelle.
Karen Michelle, all right. I love that.
Right here is Pineapple Pleasure.
Nice. How old is this tree?
2 years old.
2 years old.
Yes.
Now, on this Karen Michelle, how old is this one?
About 4 years old.
And no mangoes yet?
Not this year.
Okay.
It mainly produced male flowers. And so I learned about the technique where if there's, you know, if the flowering dies off because it's male, then you can snap off early and then try to have the, I want to say like a reflush of flowers. Did that, and then it still only produced Panicles male.
And how far did you plant these?
Those are about, I want to say about 12 feet apart, you know, as far as the trunk size. Okay. That's a Valkyrie right there. It's going through its flushing process also. The small one over there is going to be Julie. That one has probably been there for about 4 years, and it is overshadowed by these large Tommy Atkins. So hopefully, once I come in and I start going ahead and pruning all these Tommy Atkins, then it'll bring in more sunlight, better airflow, and everything to the properties.
All right.
I believe that one over there is going to be, I want to say Harvest Moon. Yes, that's what it's going to be, Harvesting Moon.
And how do you do here with raccoons and squirrels?
Squirrels are going to be a problem. Raccoons, not so much so far. They've been a nuisance to our chickens and our turkeys more than anything else. We had a couple incidents where they took out some chickens and our turkeys and everything. But as far as fruit, not so much. They've been, squirrels are probably the largest nuisance rodents that we have.
What was that?
Oh, that is a male peacock.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. Very cool.
So we do have wild peacocks, peahens, you know, because when we do feed the chickens and or the turkeys, then they tend to nest here as a sanctuary, I would say.
They're calls.
Precisely. Yeah, exactly.
How many do you have
Of turkeys,
of the peacock?
peacocks, they come and go. It all depends on the mating season. So usually we'll have, if it's mating season, then we'll only have about 4 or 5 males here within these 2 properties. And then there'll be maybe about 6 or 7 females or peahens. And they'll be going through the mating season itself. At the other property, the 10-acre property that we have, there's a whole bunch, 20, 30
Wow.
peacocks and peahens.
Did you plant mangoes at the other property?
Yes, yes.
A lot of the newer ones?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Nice.
I believe this one over here, let me see, take a look. That's the problem with the tag.
You gotta have a map.
Yes,
Tags fall off, you don't know what, you gotta have a map.
and I do. But it's for 3 properties. But overall, let me see.
How often do you water these trees?
Every other day.
Every other day.
Every other day. Let's see.
All throughout the whole year?
Yes.
Now on mangoes, they don't usually need that much water. Did somebody tell you to do that?
No, I mean, I would say just reading about it, with younger trees, and, you want to go ahead and not provide too much water, but you do want to provide nutrients enough. So they're on a timer. This irrigation system is on a timer where it's only 20 minutes every other day.
Okay.
So we have multiple, I would say, zones for the irrigation. So it might be on this zone for one day for 20 minutes, and then the next day it will be at a different zone.
All right. How much of the produce do you and your family consume? Do they love like fruit and?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely.
Now, when you plant here, it's rock hard, right? It's not like sand in the ground.
Yes. So we would hire a person to come with a tractor that has an auger, and usually we hire one person, and they have a 36-inch wide auger. So there's plenty of room for the trees and the root system to be established.
Alrighty. If you can't find a map, that's all right. I mean, we get the gist that these are the Zill's new varieties.
I know that this one in front of us is going to be orange sherbet.
Nice.
Does very well.
Have you tasted them, both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very good.
What's your favorite one?
Mine is the Florida Glen.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. What about you?
I think the orange sherbet is my favorite.
Yes. Do you know about Mango Fest up in West Palm?
June 30th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna come up?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
I definitely going to try.
Yeah.
Depending on how the fruit production, and everything is going.
Sure.
We also have a rosy gold over here. It gave very promising with the flowers production, but then did not give us any fruit.
You got some fruit up there.
Yes, so that if you see fruit with these larger trees in the middle, that's going to be a Kent. So the second one in the middle will be Kent. This one right here, this large one will be Kent. And then right here is going to be a kit. Our kits did not produce whatsoever this year. Kent did excellent, but kit, no bueno. Can you see what that tag says right there, please?
It says peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler, very nice. Good.
And that one is going to be triple sec, I believe.
Very good. Wonderful variety. Now I see some of your trees are going over the fence. Do you
Yes.
does any of the public take or not really, or is that an issue?
Not really to take, but they will if a fruit does fall. Like last year, like the production was excellent, and so they would fall. And you know, if they fall and everything, then it's okay, obviously. But you know, as far as you know, with picking poles or anything else, it's not too bad.
Technically, they're allowed to, right? If
Yes.
They hang those.
Yes.
Yeah. Not good practice, but they're allowed to.
Right.
Yeah. Well, very
Ethically
nice.
and morally is a different
Yeah.
question at hand, but you know, other than that, I mean, as long as they don't try to come inside or anything, then you know.
Sure. All right. What area is next?
Sure.
All right.
So within the 3 properties, then we have a total of 58 different types of mango cultivars.
Wow. 58. Wow.
And we've lost some here and there, but
Have you tasted all 58?
no, no, because the majority of them are very small. And, you know, the first 2 years, you don't really want to taste them too much. The tree is just establishing itself.
So you've gotten some trees off reputation. You planted them without even tasting some of them?
Right.
Okay. Now, from what I remember last time I was here, you have this area that's your big trees, and that's your new mangoes, and this area had some other things like jackfruit and some other things. Is that correct?
Yes. So this is Foin Twang carambola right here.
Yep.
We have different types of jackfruit and abuse.
Is that a seedling?
This one?
No, this one. Is that a seedling jackfruit?
We're not too sure. So
The seedlings usually grow straight up and not as round.
right.
What did you say that was?
This is picker.
Pickering. Okay.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, in the background, so the larger ones, the larger trees in the background over there, those are jamun.
The what?
Jamun.
Jamun.
Yes. Then this one right here is going to be a strawberry tree. Abuse. We have purple Thai. Different avocados.
There's another jackfruit.
Yes. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 6 different types of jackfruit.
Wow. What do you like better, jackfruit or mangoes?
Mangoes. There's
about
no
you?
latex.
Mangoes. Yeah.
And then over here is going to be the ice cream mango.
Wonderful. I like that ice cream.
And then this large one right here is going to be the avocado seedling.
How does that taste?
It's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
This is a big ice cream. Wow. How long's this been in the ground?
Same as these other ones, about 4 years now.
Now with this irrigation drip, how do you mow the lawn here without breaking it?
So the blades, you know, then we'll want to go ahead and
Make them higher?
yes. So that's clean, but you know, and then over time, you can see that how the grass grows.
I just
over
put
it.
in a system like this in one of my yards.
I mean, ideally, it would be great to like bury it, but unfortunately, we're literally on rock.
Yeah.
I think it's limestone.
Oh, here's lemon zest. Wow.
Yes,
That's the #1 tasting mango. Have you had it?
I think you gave me one last
I
time.
might have, yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow. And then you got a jackfruit right here. Look at this. Wow.
Yes, jackfruit did excellent this year for us.
Now this one doesn't look like a seedling. The other ones do. This one's wider, but I could be wrong. But this is... Jackfruit did excellent here. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. You got lemon zest and...
That's a Kathy.
Kathy, okay.
Now you can see with the leaves, I mean, they're flushing right now, but overall, because of these Tommy Atkins and how they overtake the sun, taking up all the sun and everything for these, then I'm going to definitely have to trim these Tommy Atkins back so that these can thrive a lot better. So we have Mayor Lemon, that's lemon.
How does
guava.
the lemon do down here?
I'm sorry?
How does the lemon do down here?
It does
citrus,
okay.
it goes okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Some people have a problem with citrus. What's that big tree? That's not a fruit tree, right?
That's a jamun.
A what?
A jamun.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that, or what does it look like?
They're very small. I would say oval, bulbous. They're like purple on the outside, like a whitish flesh on the inside. They're pretty sweet, but they're very perishable.
The big tree.
Very, very big. And this right here is a Mahashinook.
Okay. And is all of your sales like online? Do people come local and pick them up? How does that work?
Yeah, so if anyone went to Jamy Mango online, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, we do have an account, and there's 3 ways. We do have the option for wholesale, but we are trying to get away from that. But retail and also local pickup.
JamyMango.com?
Yes.
Okay. How'd you come up with that name?
I did it. My wife did.
Okay. Do you know the story behind it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I believe it's supposed to be Jessica Alex Madison, because my mom's name's Jessica. I'm Alex, and then my sister's Madison. So and then I don't know why I came from.
Right.
Okay.
I think they just added that in.
So then we have this large one over here. It's going to be coconut cream. It just grows all over the place. Like there's no,
Yeah.
the canopy is just wild. This one is a Julie. Right behind it is going to be macadamia nut. And hot plum right there, yellow. You can see some growing.
Yep. Okay. So that's guava.
Yes.
All right.
It's going to be another guava right here, pink. It's growing back. I keep on trying to trim it. And
Now I see some maize.
yes, so all of our mameys, we have 19 mamey trees, and they are all Pantene or Key West.
Any reason why you stuck to one variety?
Because the taste of them, we thought that we tried the Key West, and it was delicious. From there we just decided let's go with that.
Okay.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's the most popular one. And how do they do out here? They look like they're doing great.
Yes, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do fairly well.
And then after your maize section, you have your bananas here.
Yes, so we have multiple different types of bananas. We have Ladyfinger, Sweetheart, Red, Namwa.
What's your favorite one?
I would say Namwa.
Namwa?
Yes. They're like a dessert banana. I never had anything so sweet.
Yeah, they're delicious. And then here's this would probably say is the main thing or the treasure here is these little lychee trees?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So there's 56 lychee trees here that include Emperor, Mauritius, Hakip, Sweetheart, and Brewster.
Wow, so you got 4 varieties.
Yes.
So, and how do they do? Excellent out here, or do they have trouble with the mite? How does it go out?
Oh, the mite is treacherous. It's, I wouldn't say it's devastating, but if you're not on top of it, then it would definitely take over the tree. This year, I really didn't tap into spraying sulfur because last year we put a lot of money into combating it between trimming it away, you know, and then doing the sulfur, the multiple sprays and everything. Took a couple classes on it, you know, with UF. So I said, you know, we didn't get a lot of Mauritius last year. And so I thought maybe it would be because of sulfur, all the sprays that we did. But the mite did come back. And then now this year, I'm going to go ahead and after the harvesting season, I'll trim back everything, burn it, and then go through the sulfur process.
Wow. Now,
while resetting the trees.
how far apart did you plant these?
So these were already established when we got here, but they look to be about, I would say about 20, 25 feet.
Sure. And I see a lot of lychees up there. Some trees have none, some trees have a lot, right? Is that
Yes.
the way it always is?
Overall, this is a decent crop this year. What didn't do well this year for us was our sweethearts so far. I understand that they're a little bit later, but Mauritius, they did fairly well. It's hit and miss. It definitely has been. Last year, our Mauritius didn't do very well. The year before that, they did excellent. But at the same time, they started splitting. So we lost a lot of the crop with splitting. The year before that, then it was okay. You know, so from what I understand, they're very temperamental in how you prune them and how you take care of them. Sometimes they can do well. Other times they just won't. I guess it depends on the temperature, the climate, you know. But this year they did fairly well.
And these are in season now for the next month or so. And
Yes.
you're selling them on your website.
Yes.
Give us an idea in 2024 how much the varieties of lychees are.
So the market right now, it depends on whether it's local or, you know, if it's retail and we have to send it online. I think right now we're at about $8 a pound for Mauritius retail. And, you know, that's going to be more than likely because it's so perishable. You know, people can choose whether they do overnight or they do 2 days, but it's roughly about $8 right now. Local, it's a little bit different because, you know, so many people around, you know, they're selling it. So it's a little bit cheaper, and then you obviously don't have to pay for the shipping costs and everything.
Is most of your sales local?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
It's in the mail.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. And at your website, I'll put the link below, everybody. You can get these.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. These are great. Do you have all 4 varieties, or will you this year?
Like I said, the Mauritius did fairly well for us this year. Our Brewsters are coming in. They are later. I think my wife posted them online for about pre-sales about June 10th. We're striving for, but they do seem to be a little bit later than last year. Sweetheart, not so much. And Hakip and Emperor, then they should be coming in also later on.
How do you know when they're ripe? I'm ready to pick.
So if you pick them, you can tell by like the color of them around. Like if you check all around, they're red. And then when you actually pick them, I can pick them. When they're actually picked and they're burst open, then you can see this one kind of looks white. But on the inside, then the skin is white. When it's like darker, the more darker it gets, like to pink, then that's like supposed to be like the sweetness of it. So this one's white, so it should be pretty.
So if it's
sour.
pinker, it would be more sweeter.
Yes.
Okay.
The darker it is inside.
Okay. So that one would be sour, you think?
A little more sour.
On the less sweet side.
Yes, on the less sweet side.
Okay. But if you waited, like, let's say a week, it would be sweeter?
Right.
Okay. I know some people like them in different stages. What kind is that, Mauritius?
Yes, yes.
Very nice. Wow, look at those. What's that up there?
They're all Mauritius.
Oh, wow. And I have to tell everybody that's watching, last year they gave me some, and they was some of the best lychees I've ever had in my life. So they were delicious.
Thank you.
Really. I mean, I've had some, that's how it is. Some trees do better than others, some areas better than others. And I've had some lychees that weren't as good in other areas. These were some of the best. So I know there's a lot of people selling lychees, but definitely try them from this farm. I'll put the link below. It's definitely worth it. And in terms of sunlight, it looks like they don't get a lot of sunlight because of the size of the trees. These look like they get a little bit more sunlight, but how important is that to the growing of the lychees?
Very important. Very, very important.
And how often do you cut these trees back?
So they have not been trimmed since we got the property. Because when we first got the property, then they were very, very small. And so over the years, then they have, obviously grown and everything. We were looking into either doing it, like pruning them by hand or by, a large commercial machine. But then we had to weigh the option of, if we did it with the commercial machine, you want to make sure that the blades, do not affect, if they just came from cutting someone else's
Sure, good point.
growth, then they don't come here and affect our trees.
Good point.
But then, now I'm looking into more of, trimming by hand. One, to get rid of the mite, and then from there,
Can you tell by looking at the tree if they have the mite?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this one right here. This is a clear.
So that's the mite.
Yes.
Okay.
So it usually starts off with these bubbles right here, and then over time, then it will go ahead and it will curl up this leaf into
Well, it
like
looks
a
like
rustic.
this part has it, but nothing else. Would you normally cut this part off, or it's too late?
No, yeah, definitely. I'll cut it. I had to wait until the production.
Sure.
Once the harvest is complete, and go ahead and prune them. Let them go through their natural cycle. With fertilization, chelated iron, things like that.
So with growing and selling mangoes and lychees commercially, if you had a choice to do only one, I know they both have their drawbacks and their advantages. Which one would you choose?
That's very difficult. I would say lychees. I would definitely take lychees. Mangoes are very, I would say, very simple as far as like pruning, getting them on their schedule and everything. Less temperamental. We can trim back those Tommy Atkins fairly, I don't know. I think just like 10% you're only supposed to do so that they can produce for the next year. If not, then more than likely they won't. But we did that 1 year, about 4 or 5 years ago, with those Tommy Atkins, and they were so vigorous that they went ahead and they produced the following year after that. We're very hesitant on these lychees because they we're nervous that they don't produce for next year, you know?
Sure, sure. And they're not mangoes produced every year. These are not every year always, right?
Right, correct.
Right.
Mauritius, they're the commercial crop for the lychees. Up here, this tall one, we believe it's going to be either Sweetheart or Hakip, because it has the dark leaf on it.
So as long as you've been here, you haven't had ones here before, you haven't figured out which one that is?
Right, no. Because it was already established here.
Okay.
So this property was originally owned by one of the founders of the Fruit and Spice Park.
Oh, wow.
Mary Highland. And so there's a lot of rare fruit trees here. And when we acquired the property, then we didn't really get the whole, this is what this tree is, this is what this tree is. You know, we had to do as much research and try to figure out by the seasons and harvesting and everything. That's where we're at. Same thing with the other property that we have.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm going to put your link below, and I want everyone to come check it out. And you're in
Perfect.
Homestead. All right. Well, thank you for showing us today. And everybody, depending on when you're watching this, it's 2024 right now, almost June 1st. And Lychee should be available for the next month. So definitely check them out. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Jamy Farm in Homestead, Florida. That place is really, really rocking. I have this little amount of trees here, and I keep so busy. I don't know how they do it with that many trees. But as I said, we're in Lychee season right now. Depending when you're watching this, right after Lychee season comes mango season. They have great deals on their website. I'm going to put that link below. They're also on Facebook and Instagram. So check them out and enjoy some of their fruit. Those lychees are some of the best I've had. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share this video with others. Until then, have a great day and keep growing. For more educational videos about mangoes and other fruits and how to grow fruit trees, please look out the other videos on this channel, Fruitful Trees, and also subscribe if you like, and also share these videos with others. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and keep growing.